Hi, my name is Lorelei Weimer, and I am the niece of Marilyn Laszlo. And on behalf of our family, I want to thank you for the years of support that you've given to Marilyn for the great work that she did in Houna Village and for her speaking career across the United States. Marilyn is 81, soon to be 82, and unfortunately she has Alzheimer's disease, and it's progressing rather quickly. Marilyn's wish is to remain on the family farm until the day she passes, which is where I'm at right now. This is the house that Marilyn, my Aunt Shirley, my mom Faye, and my youngest Aunt Carolyn, who has passed away, grew up. And this farm means a lot to our family, but it really means a lot to Marilyn. And she was able to keep our grandparents here till their final days, and that's her final wish. In order to bring her back to the farm, she needs 24/7 care. We've got to find the right caregivers, and we've got to be able to pay for them. And so what we're needing to do is raise additional funds for Marilyn's care. So we're trying to raise an additional $3,000 of income a month. That means 100 donors giving $30 a month, or 200 donors giving $15 a month, or just giving a one-time gift. I am also available to speak at churches. I've already been speaking at several churches local because Marilyn has a powerful story, and it's a great story to share. So I'm available to come to your church as well. You know, I've had the great opportunity to go to Houna Village 3 times. The first time was when I was 18. The second time, I actually turned 21 in Houna Village and was baptized by Pastor Joel Yabawi. And my third time was a special trip that took place in December of 2013. Papua New Guinea is on the other side of the world, so it's 24 hours of just flying to get there, and we only spent 2 days in Houna. But this trip was really incredible because it was taking Marilyn back for her final goodbye to the people of Houna Village that she lived with and worked with for over 24 years. The people of Houna were so excited that Marilyn was coming back home that they did 3 sing-sings. Sing-sings are done for any big celebration, and it's rare that they do these. Now, what a sing-sing is when they put on their traditional costumes and they do a special song and dance. So when our canoe hit the shore, the sing-sing was going on and our team kind of scattered. Pastor Joel Yabawi greeted me and he gave me a big hug and he said, "Lorelei, thank you so much for bringing Marilyn back home." And it was at that time I realized that this trip was critical for Marilyn, but it was also just as important for the people of Houna as well. One of the things that was really important when Marilyn was there, she wanted to be among the people. And there are 4 clans in Houna, and we made sure we walked through all 4 clans. You know, there are a lot of people that remember when Marilyn was there, and so there was a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles, took a lot of photos, but it was a special time for Marilyn to reconnect with the people that she loved. An elderly lady came up to us and she really wanted to thank Marilyn because Marilyn had saved her life. When she was a young lady, she had an infection on her face that was deadly. And Marilyn flew her out of the village to get her the medical treatment that she needed. And her granddaughter did the translation and wanted to make sure that Marilyn knew, because of her efforts, her grandma was alive today. We happened to be in Houna on a Sunday, and so they had a really cool church service for us and a lot of different choirs, but one of Marilyn's favorite was the children's choir that sang. The other thing that they had, every translator that worked on the Bible that was still living was a part of that special church service, and they each had an opportunity to speak. After the church service, we were able to gather all the translators and interview them and learn a little bit more about what their work was like with the Bible translation. We started our trip and ended our trip in Ukarumpa. And the lady we were staying with in this guest house had sent an invitation to the missionaries living in Ukarumpa, and she said, "Hey, if you want to meet Marilyn Laszlo, we're having a special open house, and come by at this particular time." Missionaries start to roll into the house. And the first missionary comes up to my aunt and she says, "I'm on the mission field because you spoke at my church." And then another missionary came up and said, "I'm on the mission field because you spoke to my university." And then another missionary came up and said, "I'm on the mission field because I read your book." And another missionary came up and said, "Because I saw your DVD." And I was blown away because I had no idea the impact my aunt's life and her story had in terms of recruiting missionaries. Marilyn's plan was she was going to continue to speak until the day she left this earth. And unfortunately, she didn't prepare that one day she would have Alzheimer's. And not only does she have Alzheimer's, but she needs 24/7 care. Marilyn spent her life serving God and serving others. And now we want to help her end in dignity, and we hope you'll be a part of that journey.